YouTube, Macintosh Inc. I'm back again. Sorry, it's been a minute. This is going to be my 4-month update. I skipped my 3-month, just unfortunately. What I did is I rooted my phone and I added an ice cream sandwich onto my Fascinate. So unfortunately I was unable to record videos. So right now I'm doing it on an iPod until I can get my Galaxy Nexus, which is what I'm hoping I can get. But I mean, I could go back to the other format on my phone, but I don't want to. I really like Ice Cream Sandwich. I think it's a really nice update, so I'm gonna keep it. As far as the hair, as you can tell, you know, it's going out a lot, man. I mean, one of the things I've been able to notice is that, you know, I can touch it more often. You know, I can kind of play with it, and it's not really going to come undone. It's not going to be as easily messed up. You know, it doesn't unravel as easily as it used to. It's really starting to lock in tight. So I'm really enjoying that. It shakes a little bit, so that's good. But you know, I don't really care about the shaking as much as it's healthy. I know that it's growing. And I know that it's not breaking. I think that's my main issues. I do have like maybe one that kind of gives me a little bit of concern, which is this guy right here, if you see it. I don't know if you can get a good glimpse of that, but it's really small. Compared to all the other ones, it's really tiny. But just really, you know, being careful as far as the twisting and stuff, and it looks, as far as the way the hair looks and everything, as thick as it is and everything, is just the way I pictured it, just the way I envisioned it when I first started off in actually July. So you know, big ups to my loctician that did it in the beginning, and for the last, I'll say about the last 2 months, maybe 2.5 months, my girl Christina's been doing it. So thank you, Christina. I love you. I appreciate it. I really do. As far as everything else, I mean, you kind of do a little quick 360, kind of just check out the sides and everything, the top. You really just see how it's growing. So yeah, man, that's me. As far as the lineup and everything like that, you know, just trying to really keep that neat. And another thing that I really kind of noticed since having dreads is, I don't know if this is just me, you know, community out there, if this goes the same for you, go ahead and shout out a comment, agreeing, disagreeing, whatever. But so far what I've noticed is, ever since I've had my dreads and ever since it started really growing out, people are nicer to me. I really don't get it. Like, people, it feels like, to me anyways, it feels like people aren't scared of me as they used to be. You know, back in the day, like if I had a bald head, or if I had a lineup or something like that, and I just walked down the street, and I'm walking down the street, some old white dude or something like that, and they look at you, and the first, you know, I don't know, like, if you felt that feeling, you know what I'm talking about. Like they look at you like, whoa, you know, kind of crazy. Like, but ever since I've had the dreads, like they look at me and they smile, and I'm like, alright, like, you know, it's a weird situation for me going on, but yeah, just, you know, just really noticing a real difference. So if you're doing dreads, if you're about to get dreads, or whatever the case may be, my advice to you is just, hey, you know what I'm saying, honor all the people who've had dreads before you and who've put up a reputation of being good people, and, you know, continue on with that. Don't get dreads and then all of a sudden have a bad attitude. You know, that's, for me, I feel like that's, you know, that's really going to be a bad representation of the whole community at large, because they see you, they see us. The other thing that I want to talk about is a lot of differences people have about freeforming, twisting, spiritual awakening from dreads and stuff like that. this is just my tidbit on that kind of stuff. And I feel like, you know what I'm saying, me growing my hair, I didn't really do it because I wanted to get closer to God. I did it because I felt like God told me to, that He wanted me to do dreads, as far as saying that I'm on a new journey, I'm on a different journey, and so He wanted me to do dreads as a sign of a physical representation of such. So I did it in obedience. Now, as far as, you know, you saying that you want to do dreads to get closer to God, or to, you know, this is the way nature intended it. Look, God gave you hair so you can do it what you want. You know what I'm saying? You have hair, you have abilities, different things like that. These are all things that God has given you. So if you choose to do dreads is not a way to get closer to God. You might feel like you're more enlightened because, you know what I'm saying, you're doing a freedom kind of thing, but I mean, honestly, you can do whatever you want with it. God gave you the ability to do whatever you want. And so it goes the same thing with your talents. If you're a musician, God gave you the ability to do whatever you want with your musicianal skills. Now, you can make music that uplifts, you can make music that tears down. But all in all, you know what I'm saying, it's up to you. It's your choice. It's your decision on what you do with it. So with your hair, you know what I'm saying, people who freeforming really, you know, saying that it's like a connection that God intended the way, you know, for you to be free, to you know, natural, all that stuff. That's not it. That's not it. You know, don't get it twisted. You know what I mean? God loves you the way that you are, whether you're a freeformer or whether you're twisting. God loves you whether you have an afro or whether you're bald. God loves you regardless. So don't use this as a means to get closer to God. You can just do so by, you know, just by acknowledging who He is. And to do that, you have to seek Him. You have to seek Him with all your heart, and if you seek Him, you'll find Him. That's just the truth. So don't quit just because you've had an idea, or you have ideas of how God is. I mean, you can always get closer to God. There's never a time where you stop and say, I know God. It never gets to that point, because you'll always be in a situation where you're just constantly growing to know God, because God is so huge. He's so unbelievable that no matter how much you know of Him, or how much you know of His love, or how much you know of His peace, or His patience, or whatever, there's still more to know. So never quit with that journey. Always continue. Always look forward. Always go forward. And apart from that, you know, remember that we're all in the same boat. So if somebody else is not in the same situation you are as far as in your knowledge of God, then, you know, don't look down on them. Don't hate them because they know different. Because, you know, you had to get to the point where you're at eventually, and same thing like them. So, you know, give them the respect, give them the patience, give them the understanding that, you know, they walk a different path to get to God. And all you have to do is just be a representation. So again, YouTube, I'm out. Macintosh Inc. Comment, like, subscribe, and always, like I say in every video, God first. Have a good one.